Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I'm here today to show you a little bit more about using your Stamparatus. I thought we would do the hinge technique, or some people call it, I just drew a blank at what they call it, but I call it hinge technique or the stepping technique on the Stamparatus. So I have just one plate in, and remember, if you have both plates in to store it, you have to take one out. It will not close with both of the plates in. So I have just one plate, and I have my piece of paper tucked into the corner. It's 5 1/4 by 4, and I want to stamp the words Happy Birthday 3 times down the side of this piece of paper. I like to keep a stamp set underneath there to give my plate something to rest on and to help it when I ink it up. So I'm going to put my stamp on the paper. This stamp has a cushion, so I'm going to remove my cushiony mat under there. Put my paper back in the corner and my magnet on to hold it. Okay, so this says Happy Birthday. Now that might be a little bit close to the edge there, and it might be hard to stamp. We'll try it, but I could always move this around and move my paper around so that I had it where it was a little bit freer, but I think that will be okay. It's not too close. So I'm going to start with, I think I'll start with a yellow with some crushed curry. So I'm going to ink this up. It's a little bit hard to see the ink, there we go, on that stamp set. But with the Stamparatus, if I don't get good coverage the first time, I can always ink it up again. So there we go, but it is a little light in the middle. So I'm going to ink it up again. And push it down. I'll give it a minute for that ink to transfer. There we go. So we have Happy Birthday. Now I want to do it again a little lower. So I'm going to pull 90 degrees, pull my plate out, and move it down one step. I'll wipe it off with a little bit with my chamois, and I'm going to ink it with some red ink this time and stamp it again. And it's going to line up very nicely. One more time, I'm going to ink it up with some blue ink. I'll remove it at 90 degrees and I'll go down just one more step. There we go. I would not be able to get those evenly spaced or right in line if I didn't use the Stamparatus. And I need a little more ink on that B. There we go. So that's Happy Birthday. Oh, I just used the wrong color on that, so I don't know what color. It was blue, and then I put some red on it. So now I don't know what color I have. But anyway, it did come out darker. So now I thought it would also be nice to have some candles going across the bottom of the paper like a little border. This stamp set has some candles. So I'm going to flip my plate over and I'm going to turn my piece of paper around so that I can come down the bottom edge with the candles. So I'll pick that up. I can take it off. I can check and see if it looks straight. I think that's pretty straight. And I'm going to ink it up and try to do only one color at a time. Let's see how that red is working now that I've gotten some blue ink in it. We'll do the red candles. There we go. I'm going to move it over one and clean it off. I'm going to close my red ink. Okay, and now I'll do the blue. There we go. You can see I have some ink on my plates. I'll just wipe that off. Some's on this side, I think, with my chamois. There are my blue candles. Lift it 90 degrees, move it over one. Gonna do some yellow candles. Probably have to do that one twice. I think I might need to re-ink my ink pad. There we go. And I think I can fit one more. Well, it's gonna go off a little bit, so let me show you a trick. I'm gonna get my Night of Navy marker, and I'm just gonna ink up 3 of those candles with my marker. With the ink pad, I'd have trouble not getting ink on the candles that I don't want. So let me try it that way. Hopefully 3 is not too many to go off the edge. There we go. I did forget to clean the stamp in my rush to show you, so I do have a little yellow there, but we'll just have to live with that. So that's one way of doing the hinge stepping or the stair stepping. Another way to do it, or another look you can get with it, let's use the happy birthday stamp again, which is over here. Okay, it's nice and clean. I'm going to start at the bottom this time. And I'm going to ink it up nice and dark and stamp with it. There we go. And then I'm going to lift it up. And I'm not re-inking it this time. And I'm going to stamp with it again. And then I'm going to lift it up. Whoops, I only want to go one. And I'm going to stamp with it a 3rd time. So that gives you a bit of an ombre look that you could do something else with. It gives you different colors if you were doing flowers or layering. You could use your different colors. So that's hinge stamping or step stamping. I hope that this was helpful to you in using your Stamparatus, and I'd love to hear if you found any good tips or tricks from this. Thanks very much.